Alrighty, so today we're going to be talking about one of the more important services that we have to offer, and probably my favorite service just because it has the most offer to small businesses, and that is online advertising. So what is online advertising? So online advertising is geared towards defining markets through unique and useful applications such as Facebook, Instagram, and Google. So this is basically, what this is saying is this is different from traditional marketing in that, we're not putting, say, a billboard up or a commercial or sending out direct mail to people. Instead, we're putting advertisements on social media sites such as Facebook, Instagram, Google, Twitter, and we're putting those ads up in a fun and engaging way so that when people are scrolling through their social media feed, they will see your business and your products and services that you have to offer. So it is different from our social media management service in that online ads are paid and directed to a very strong and defined audience based on your target customer. So instead of just posting something to your Facebook page about what your company is doing or whatever, we're now targeting your target customer, the people who are most likely to buy your products and services, and directing an ad to appear in their social media feed. And I will say that the targeting that we have, or that the social media sites are capable of doing, are very, very, very in depth. Just think about it. The online world really knows what you're doing. Because Google gives all the information and Facebook will give all the information, and all these internet search sites will give us all of the information about where your target customer is and how do we know that this person is a target customer of your business. How many times have you seen or have you been searching around on, let's say, Best Buy for a certain product, and then later you go on to read a news article and it turns out that that product is featured in as an ad in that article or whatever it may be. It's the same kind of concept here where they really know what you're looking for and how to advertise it to you. So this is the same kind of thing that we can do, and it's a very strong and directed market to that defined audience. So also online advertising allows for multiple goals. And those goals, which I'll get into on the next slide, are brand awareness and reach, customer engagement and website traffic, lead generation, and conversions/visits. So breaking down the goals, and this does seem very intimidating at first, but in reality it's very simple, and the goals are exactly as how they sound. So brand awareness and reach. So basically what this is getting your name out there in the quickest and cheapest way possible to thousands of people to boost recognition and awareness. This is also the most popular for businesses. For example, if you're a car wash in a local area and you just want to make sure that everyone in that local area who owns a car knows that you're a car wash and where you're located and, what your price is and what you can offer kind of as a car wash, this is the place to go for you, because what you'll do is you'll spend very cheap money to get your name out there to those thousands of people, and, in turn, they'll recognize your name and they'll know, okay, there's a car wash there. So whenever they want their car washed, they'll be steered towards you. Also with that is engagement and website traffic. So you can boost people to your social media pages and website by adding links and attractive content. So the goal is to draw potential customers further into your business before making a direct sale. So this goes without saying, if you want to boost your engagement on that social media site because you're a media or a news company or you're an e-commerce website, or this is part of a larger campaign, this is kind of the goal for you, because you can really send a whole bunch of people to your website to shop around and to browse your website, or you can, kind of get the likes, the comments, or the reactions on your social media posts, by choosing this goal. So lead generation is the next tool, and it's also a very, or the next goal, and it's also a very powerful tool that social media has to offer. So lead generation is a highly defined and directed approach you find the customers most interested in your products and services. So instead of clicking through to a set link, potential customers will fill out a lead generation form with basic contact info. So the best example of this that I can provide is for a roofing contractor, which we did. In basically, a roofing contractor is all about collecting leads to pass on to their salesmen, who will make a sales pitch to the homeowner on any roof work that needs to be done. So we set up a lead generation campaign through Facebook, where basically, if people, we created an ad for this roofing contractor talking about it, and if people were interested, they would hit submit, fill out a lead, and that lead would go directly to the company, in which the company can pass on to its salesman, and so on. And so you can see how that can be useful for those larger service companies like roofing, landscaping, as well as marketing, or even product and service launches as well. So conversions desk visits is the next goal that social media has to offer. And basically what this is giving a strong incentive to a somewhat defined audience to come to your business or actively search and shop. This is usually done with discounts, giveaways, and sales. So it's kind of that approach to the marketing, in that, you're offering $25 off people if they show this advertisement, to one of your sales clerks at your store, and they can receive $25 off any of your products or whatever. So it's that kind of directed marketing approach, but putting it on social media and showing it to social media users. And so this is mainly really good for small business owners, restaurants, retail stores in that local area. Alrighty, so then we get into the whole defining your audience. So I've already kind of stated at how powerful the tools are that we use to define your audience, but I also want to point out kind of how we do that. So we work with you to take your current demographics and build on them. So if you feel that you already know your target customer really well, if you communicate that to us, we'll definitely use the information that you're giving us, put it in, but we also build on them. We come from a marketing background ourselves, and we know kind of the platform that we're using best. So if you say that females ages 65 and up are the most likely to buy our products and services, we'll take that and we'll be like, how about females ages 65 and up who own homes? If a homeowner would apply to your business. Just small things like that add up to defining a good target customer. In addition, we do ask you to fill out an online advertising order form to ensure that we have everything on file. So basically what this is that it's basically a 2-minute form that you fill out, going over the breakdown of your target demographic, as well as your competitors, your customer type, who you want more of a customer type to be, and stuff like that. So this is just something that we read over when we're physically creating a marketing plan to ensure that we don't miss anything, and that we all have it on file going down the road. So some of the things that we can include, which are really important, is the location, age, customer type, interests and behaviors, as well as other features. This is what it's pointing to is an example of actually a roofing contractor that we did. And so you can see how in-depth we were able to get with that target audience. And we did have to cover some stuff up for confidentiality reasons, but you can still see that, there's, we put in a whole bunch of different locations. We even got down to where that people are seeing this ad, what kind of interest that they're in. Obviously, it'd be an interest in home improvement. They're searching around for home improvement, whether they're married or single, the age of them, and, what kind of job do they hold, and what kind of financial state are they in. All those stuff go into defining your target audience on social media. So then it comes down to creating ads. And when a potential customer, or the thing that we like to keep in the back of our mind is when a potential customer is scrolling through their social media feed, you have about a 2-second window to capture their attention before they scroll on. So that's why it's imperative that your ad is both attractive and functional. So over on your right-hand side of the screen, you can see an example of an ad that we created for a local roofing contractor. And so some of the things that we look for are, is your name and logo presented at the top of the page? That's imperative because what is an advertisement without your name and logo? I'm sure everyone can agree with that. But also, do you have a short and to the point description? Is there a strong visual component to capture their attention? And is there a link or call to action button? So again, with that is just if the person likes the ad, where do they go? And what's the next step for the customer or potential customer to take if they're interested in your products and services. Also, on the actual visual component of the ad, we create all of our advertisements in-house, and they're shown to you before they're actually posted. So you'll see kind of this whole layout of the ad before we actually do anything with the ad to ensure that it's to your approval and your liking, and the actual visual component of the ad is designed to your liking as well. So then it gets down to running your ads. So we have multiple strategies that we take to run your ads. I'm not going to get into them right now. It's something that we do like to explain more down the road if you decide, to look into online advertising as a possible opportunity for your business. But some of those are the funnel technique, brand blitzing, and conversions, which will be explained more once a strong plan is developed for your business. So we have a goal and defined audience. Once we have a goal and defined audience, we can work to begin physically mapping out your campaign, including, how it's going to be shown to your audience and the actual ads that will be shown to your audience. So later this is approved by you before officially starting. But what's our criteria when creating a plan? So basically we ask ourselves, does it fit your monthly budget? Does it have a strong visual component that works for its purpose? And does everything work? So with this, we do a quick diagnostics test on everything, including does the linking work? Does the commenting work? And will the ad actually be shown to the correct people? Which is very important because if you miss that, you end up wasting money. And we don't want that to happen at all. So pricing. So online advertising campaigns are completely dependent on the client's budget and goals. So if you say you want to spend no more than $300 a month, we'll make sure that you're spending no more than $300 a month, and that both you can spend quality money on advertisements, but you can also kind of pay for the fee of us creating those advertisements. So we really work with you on what you want to spend, because we know that advertising can be very expensive for small businesses especially. So that's something that's completely dependent on you. We basically just ask for a monthly number, or sometimes people will give us a yearly number, and then we, obviously do the math of what the monthly number would be, and we usually shoot right in the ballpark of that monthly number, and we don't go over it by, any real jaw-dropping, numbers. We've never had a client that said, I don't want to spend more than $500 a month, and then we turn around and say, oh, give us $2,000 a month. We won't do that, obviously. We'll try to stick to the $500 a month. And so our online advertising campaigns are usually billed monthly. However, we do ask for a deposit on the initial advertising budget. So what does that mean? Is that we have to pay for the ads that we're putting online. So we usually ask for a deposit for the first month's ads. And we're not making any money off of this. This is just for capital reasons, to ensure that we can properly pay for your advertisements to be shown before the monthly billing starts to come underway. And this is something that we can definitely explain more and work out later down the road. But if you're interested in learning more, you can definitely email us, contact us through our website, or however you feel necessary to contact us, and we'll be happy to prepare a free presentation. But in the meantime, thank you for listening.